In this small Mill Valley backyard, there was an existing meadow that really wasn't performing as well as we would have liked. And there were adjacent plantings that, to me, the garden felt unfinished. So we wanted to come up with some ground covers and some plantings to actually marry the meadow to the existing garden. So what we decided to do was to go with drought tolerant, really tough, durable flowering accents and go big with just a few species because, again, this was very much of a modernist piece. The house was mid-century modern, and we felt that simplicity was the best way to go. So here you see a compact form of dietes called John's Runner that we added along with some other ground covers, the mountain pea, to basically have something other than just mulch to look at. The existing meadow in the backyard was just not quite up to speed. It was planted from pots and then irrigated by drip, so there was not the proper water management, and so that led to this dot, dot, dot effect that you see here. So what we wanted to do is add flowering accents, and where you see the flags are where we planted the bulbs. And then we added these irises, this iris relative, Dietes Greenlee'S hybrid, which is this gorgeous iris relative with beautiful big white butterflies for flowers. So you can see from this picture how the existing meadow was there, but the garden as it was left, to me, felt unfinished. So we added more bulbs and accents, repeating them in the meadow, the existing meadow, and then added the mountain pea as the drought-tolerant ground cover that will thrive underneath the native oaks. Here you can see at the end of spring, the species Narcissus, we chose all white flowers to go with the house. White flowers on the irises, white flowers on the bulbs, and then just the very simple panel of ground cover grasses. To help get rid of the dot, dot, dot that we saw earlier, we overseeded with creeping red fescue and added some additional plugs to eliminate the dot, dot, dot effect. You can see here that the ground covers are starting to fill in, and now the garden appears much more as a whole. Here's the flower on the fortnight lilies, the Greenlee'S hybrid. Those long flower spikes arch up and away from the plant, and then on these long, lax stems, the flowers sort of float like a butterfly over and around the plant.